If you find any nation where the youths are not critically looked at and invested upon, that nation is at the brink of collapse. Leadership is inside out. If you're able to lead you'll be able to lead other people.
Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of Expert-led series here at Forbes Institute. And our guest for today is a youth development professional, a leadership coach, and of course a social innovator. Please join me as we welcome our star focus for today, Mr. Val Okafor. So Mr. Val, can you share a little bit of your journey into youth leadership development that you are into currently?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, Sean, for this beautiful question. I get this question a lot. Like, what's your journey like? Can you tell us your story and how you started? So this is my 10th year.
Wow.
Yeah, in youth leadership development. And I share my sentiments in John F. Kennedy's words. He said, and I quote, that any nation whose youth are in a constant state of slumber will not fulfill her potential. Yes, so if you find any nation where the youths are not critically looked at and invested upon, that nation is at the brink of collapse. So I looked at that and I said, no, I have to do something to invest in the youths by developing their leadership abilities and their entrepreneurial skills. And that was what led to this. But prior to all of this, I started in 2014. That was the year I discovered my life's assignment, otherwise called purpose. So I looked at my life and it wasn't what I envisaged, and I had to take the bull by the horn to learn about myself, my skills, my talents, and how others can also improve on their skills and utilize their talents as well. And so that was how the journey started. I actually started from the church. You know, your sphere of influence is the best place to start from. So I started from the church. Haven't succeeded in WAEC, NECO, UTME, had to send the ladder down for others to climb by teaching them on how to succeed in their examinations. And that was how all of this started. And then from the church I moved to communities. From community I went to the university. From university I volunteered for a lot of organizations, and here we are today.
Wow. So how have all of this shaped the leader you are today?
Yeah, you know, I have an unconventional definition of leadership.
Okay.
Yes, in my own definition, I say that leadership is a conscious decision to improve the quality of your life and that of others. So leadership is inside out. If you're able to lead you'll be able to lead other people. So I started leading me by discovering my purpose, by sharpening my skills, and by affecting the lives of others positively. And so by doing all the things that I did with the people that came around me, especially young people, I started developing leadership abilities. I was able to now set a goal for myself. I was able to draft a vision that inspired other people. And you know, if you're able to draft a vision and you follow that vision consistently, people will find expression in your vision and they will follow you naturally. Yes, because there's somewhere you're going to. And so that has shaped me, my ideas, my philosophies about leadership and youth development. Okay.
So how did you become involved in transformational speaking and social innovation?
All right. You know that speaking is just a vehicle, is a tool through which my purpose will be accomplished. So if I have to develop the leadership abilities of people, it has to be through knowledge sharing, knowledge transfer. And one way to do that is through public speaking. And so I had to enroll into a public speaking academy back then in the university. I remember taking online courses. I remember watching tons of videos of my mentors to sharpen my speaking ability and my communication skills as well. And so that was how I started. Now the transformation part of it is that I didn't just want to speak, I wanted to transform. I didn't just want to stand behind the podium and sound American or British. I wanted to transform the lives of people, giving me their ear time. You know, so, and that was what led to transformational speaker in my bio. So I wanted people to be able to learn how they can become better versions of themselves. That's the whole essence of speaking.
Yeah.
If people are not transformed, you've wasted their time.
Yeah.
And if you waste people's time, you're committing murder. Yeah. So having known the essence of time, I don't want to waste anybody's time.
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet? For every subscription, we would be giving the sum of 50 naira to orphanage homes.
Now you have a decade of experience, working with young professionals all across the world. What's that key challenge you would say you've encountered?
One major challenge working with young people across the world is mindset. Yeah, especially African population. You find a lot of people with self-limiting beliefs, low self-esteem, inferiority complex, mindset that sets people's back on the ground. And that has been a major challenge. So what I start with, first of all, is to change your mindset and change the way you see yourself and help you to understand that you are also an important personality in this world. You're an important entity in this world. And then I take you back to creation to remind you of who God says you are in the world, and by doing so, you see them coming alive again and seeing themselves as worthy instruments to solve problems in the world. So mindset is a major challenge.
Wow. So it all begins with your mindset. When you are meeting new people, faced with challenge, you just have to have the right mindset. So if you're watching this, you have to look at your mindset as well. Can you tell us about your work as a Nigerian Youth SDGs champion and how it intersects with TOPS Institute?
All right, so that's I got that award in 2020 by the Nigerian Youth SDGs Foundation. SDGs means Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, and I'm particular about goal number 4, which is quality education. I believe that education gives an individual an independent mind. I believe that education helps an individual to see solutions in problems and challenges and opportunities in challenges. Like Nelson Mandela would say, education is a passport, it's a weapon with which you can use to change the world. What you're offering is education. May not be the conventional classroom education, but when you teach someone how they can apply wisdom and get rewarded for it, that's education. Innovative education. So as an SDGs champion, I see that synergy as well. So we can bring this unconventional education in our classrooms. Let's teach these young people to be entrepreneurial, to be business minded, to be solution focused and not just waiting to get employment, but they can create solutions that can provide employment out there. That's what it's about.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you very much,
Val.
Sharon. I
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for coming. So if you missed any part of this podcast, please go back and watch it. And if you're yet to subscribe to TOPS Institute, do that right now. See you in the next video. Bye.